So maybe the misconception of mansplaining is because if I'm talking to a guy friend, I'll be like, are you stupid? Like, why would you even think like I would never talk like that to you? So I'm being more careful and I'm just doing a lot of word salad, maybe.
Okay. And do you think that it's a sensitivity because women are more sensitive than men? Do you think that's what it is?
I think they're looking for it. I don't know. I'm trying to work this out. This is what I'm doing.
I don't. Okay. So,
like it's,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not the authority on women.
do you feel like you're mansplained a lot?
I have been mansplained. Okay. I have been.
And what did that look like?
Okay. So, I guess, I mean, now, like the one situation that comes to my mind was when I was on a board. I won't mention anything. Okay. And
I can see it happening there.
Yeah, it was a very Mad Men type of situation. And there were things that I would have ideas about that they were just sort of like, that can't happen.
Okay.
And I was like, why not? Like, so I would come to it from a very different perspective. So, I mean, I guess...
Was that mansplaining?
Well, yeah, because it was kind of like, that's not how things work, Rachel.
Okay.
Like, it was kind of like...
Why it didn't work? Like, did they go on? Well, that's more mansplaining to me, like trying to make...
So then what would you call mine? Like, what it's almost like shooting your idea. Like,
yeah, that's just being an asshole, I think. Mansplaining to me is dumbing it down to a woman so they understand it. Like, you really dumb it.
I've seen it happen. Okay. Nobody's ever done that. I can't say nobody's ever done that.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Right. I can't say nobody's ever done that to me, but there's nothing that strikes me full on mansplaining for me. No, actually, I feel like there was a time where I literally said, thank you, but I don't need you to mansplain to me. I do. In my head right now, that just came to my mind, and I can't remember what it was, but clearly somebody did that, and it clearly fit in the situation where I felt as though I needed to call them out on that.
It doesn't happen.
So, I guess it has happened to me.
But not often.
No, it doesn't happen to me often. But I do. In my work and just in situations that I put myself in, professionally and volunteerism and all of that. Yes, I do deal with, and I tend to have, I have very meaningful, relationships with men professionally. I've always had very great working relationships with men and even social relationships with men, and which we've talked about men and women being friends, and we've talked about that also. Yeah. But so I don't think that I have really been around too much mansplaining. No, that's interesting. But I think it's because of how I come into situations, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
think you would call something mansplaining.
Has anybody ever said to you, stop mansplaining?
No, I don't get it much, but people have told me that so-and-so is mansplaining. And sometimes it's even like in a social media thread, and I would read the social media thread, and I didn't take it that way. He's just explaining things. Some people are more detail-oriented. Some people are...
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so, okay. I mean, I would read it, or
I would be
part of the conversation. And...
So are you saying, okay, so that's interesting. So now I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm going through certain social media posts in our town and stuff like that about certain topics. And I guess you're right. Like, there are certain times where women will go in and full-blown explain certain things, and nobody says they're women-splaining.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or anything like that. And so that's interesting, the double standard-ish, I guess, that's present. I'll admit that there might be a little bit of a double standard there. And I mean, I'm all for women. Woo, talk your brain. Talk your piece, whatever it is. Yeah. That's fine. But I can see how there might be an overreaching with the mansplaining department, I guess.
And also, I don't know if women really understand that a lot of men speak differently, talk to women differently than they speak with a guy. But there's certain things that are acceptable for men, right? And but I think that's a good thing, though. I do think that separation is there. I think that should be there. It should be there. But what I'm saying is, I think that men, it's kind of a different subject, but I think the men who don't separate it.
Get the mansplaining.
Get the mansplaining or a chauvinist type. He's just an asshole to everybody. It's not just women.
Okay. Yes.
I think that's a lot of it too.
Could be.